the reason why we should change it from text to speaking. Speaking is very important to communicate with each other in foreign languages. When we go abroad and we meet some people, we should talk in foreign language, mm, mostly not text, but speaking. So speaking is essential, and it's necessary for us to learn about speaking. In fact, we study based in text. When we learn vocabulary, we memorize vocabulary by the word, the alphabet. When we learn a sentence or grammar and conversation or stories, we use usually textbooks or books. Even when we do online language exchanging, and then we use text references. So I realized this way is not effective because when I study with the shorts to understand the less 1 minute, and when I listen to the shorts of YouTube, I cannot listen. I cannot catch up the meaning of the shorts in Vietnamese. My target language is Vietnamese. I try to listen again, even though my level I cannot catch. Just I keep follow the speed of speaking is okay, but a few words I can catch, so it's hard to figure out, understand. Even though I don't understand about videos by listening to the video, but when I read the subtitle of the video shorts, then I can figure out what story is like, not the whole, but because of some of the shorts are very, the topic of shorts are very difficult, and then many words, even in the video, length of video is less 1 minute. My vocabulary is not perfect, so and then I cannot catch up all, but I can figure out the meaning. So and this way, so when I check out in the text, the reading comprehension a little better than listening, but when I try to listen, and then even speaking and reading, the difference of pronunciation, but it's very uh, difficult to understand the contents. It means when I communicate with in speech, spoken language, then I fail to communicate with the people who speak my target language. So and then I should change a little bit from text to speaking, spoken language. How can I change the spoken languages too? First, I should focus on listening more by learning with the shorts is a good way. And also good way is it's the same situation with my language partner. When I asked my language partners, can you hear that? Can you listen to the shorts? But they also cannot catch up with the meaning words in spoken language. But they can read it, they can know about the words. It's the same situation as a foreign language learners. It's the same situation as a foreign language learner. Whatever we learn the language, it's the same situation. Mostly learners learn based in text, no chance to communicate with this in speech and spoken language. So then how can we change it with this environment? The one way is good, and then we should know about communicate and then depend on spoken language, and we use the contents that we created by ourselves. We can use our mobile phone and then make videos and also can make the subtitle with the contents. Why is it important? It's important because we speak, we can listen, we try to focus on listening more. The listening is a key word to study with the speech, the spoken language. Because when we listen to others, then we can speak. It's a simply. Then listening is mostly important. And also as an intermediate level, so our reading speed is much faster than uh, listening speed, because the listening speed is a limitation of 200 words a minute, but the reading speed is much more word, like 400, 500 words a minute, then and we faster than comprehend the reading. So, and then that way we make the balance, and then we reduce the reading, and then using a text, we improve, increase, and then speaking, and that are listening. So, and then listening, the time of listening, we when we study and we can use the shorts, or when we study we can study doing online language exchange with the language partners, and also we can use the contents from listening, like the drama, comedy, or news, documentary, and all the things to try to listen to uh, the contents. Even we can uh, analyze the contents in subtitle. By doing that, we make the expanded our comprehension, ability of comprehension. This is a good way to learn about foreign language based on spoken language, not text, not written language. Today I talk about why we should change the learning, the how to learn foreign languages from text to spoken languages. Spoken language is much more important to communicate with, because mostly we communicate with spoken languages more than 90% in the situation. So I'm checking out our voice in foreign languages, pronunciation, and building sentence, making stories, all try to that. Now I talk about, presented about the way how to study, what to study, and what is the point to learn foreign languages in my spoken languages. At the same time, I write down, and then I made a content with this, and then read it again with a good grammar. And so that's way. So, and then I also try to speak in Vietnamese after talking in English, Korean, and figuring out the vocabulary in Vietnamese. It's the different version, but same topics, same topic, because we are different. When we speak our native speak language, we can use high level vocabulary. We can use a high level vocabulary, but like English, not high level, maybe intermediate level. And in Vietnamese, my Tiger language, I just use basic words to explain what I'm thinking. That is very important. So, and then topic is the same, but we don't follow up the translation pattern, interpreting pattern. We should use a creative pattern. The creative pattern for communication present what we think. That is the point. Now I get a contents and with AI for 4 pages. And with AI. Then why we should shift from text to speaking when we learning a foreign language. When we learn a new language, Most of those start with text vocabularies, grammar books, textbooks, and written conversations. Even in online language exchange, text is often the main tool we use. But in reality, when we travel world, meet people, or communicate daily, we don't text, we speak. That's why we must change our approach. Speaking is essential and necessary. The problem with text-based learning, in my own experience, I noticed something important when I try to listen to short video like YouTube shorts in my target language. When I miss, even after months of study, I couldn't catch the meaning by listening alone. Even simple 1 minute video or hard to understand by ear. However, when I learned the subtitle, I could understand much better, even if not 100%. This showed me my reading comprehension was much better than my listening comprehension. Even though I knew the words by reading, I couldn't catch them in real spoken language. Real life conversation are spoken fast, naturally, without giving time to think, like when reading. In short, text learning alone doesn't prepare us for real communication. While listening and speaking are the core, if we want to truly communicate, we must train listening and train speaking. And listening is the first step. If we cannot understand what people are saying, how can we respond? Also, there's a natural fact. Average listening speed is around 200 words per minute, but reading speed can be 400, 500 words per minute. That's why reading feels easier, but life is not reading. Life is listening and speaking. To be real communicate, we must reduce our dependence on text and increase our time spent listening and speaking. How we can shift from text to speaking? There are practical ways. Use short listening content. Short video under 1 minute are powerful, even if you don't understand even everything at first. Try again and again. Focus on catching few words first, not saying everything immediately. Make your own speaking content. Record yourself speaking on your phone. Make short video and add subtitle if possible. This helps you practice speaking, listening to your own voice and correcting mistakes. Focus on listening more than reading. Watch drama, news, documentary, comedy. Listen actively. Use subtitle only when necessary to check understanding, not at beginning. Communicate more with speech in language exchange. You push yourself to speak instead of texting. Even simple sentence, simple words, speak out loud. Accept the simpler vocabulary at first. It's okay to use base words to explain your thought. You don't need a high-level vocabulary to communicate effectively. Don't translate word by word. Focus on expressing your ideas creatively in your target language, not translating. Binary search. Today, I wanted to share why it's so important to move from text-based learning to speech-based learning because spoken communication is how real life works, not reading text. We communicate by listening, by speaking, or thinking in real time. Let's train our ears, train our mouth, speak more to become real communicator in our new language. Okay.